Hey y'all, what's up? Um, I just want to basically get straight to the point of the conversation. I want to talk about 9 to 5, working 9 to 5. Um, it's pretty much the way to eat, the way to live. At least that's what society has painted it. And being spiritually awake, I kind of feel like I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work in the corporate world because I don't feel like that was where it was meant to be. I feel like in the distraction sense, that's just adding fuel to the fire, fuel to the flame. It's just adding it because when do you have time to actually sit there and think about? When do you actually have time to sit there, man? Especially if you got kids, you a family person. When do you have time to really sit there and think about it? When do you have time to sit there and meditate? When do you have the time to sit and think? When do you have the time to sit there and listen? When do you have the time to go out and experience the natural elements that was put here just for us, just for us to have that necessity, such as the sun, such as the air, such as nature, such as the flowers, such as the trees, etc., etc. When is their time? Not even only about, you know, you having time to listen, but I just don't I don't believe in all of me that we were supposed to be put here to work 9 to 5. We all got some kind of calling. We all got some kind of calling. It's just up to you if you open those gateways to receive and to understand. It's all up to you. A lot of times, and even for the ones who do work, I'd have been in the workforce. I'd have been, in manufacturing, warehouse work. And a lot of times, I hear people talking, and I'm talking about I've been in that kind of work since I was legal to work. I've done it. And it was a lot of older people in that field because if you think about it, a lot of people that was my age that went off into school and stuff like that. So I went in that kind of work early. But I would never really hear nobody talking about nothing in a awakened sense. I never do. I hear people all the time talking about the Illuminati, basically, like as if it's like the shock. Okay, we everybody know about the Illuminati. Everybody know the agenda. Everybody know what's going on with it. Everybody already know that. So what's the point of discussing it even further? What is it? What is that doing? Sitting up there just talking about it? Is it just something to pass by time for you? And it's hard for me to relate to people, especially when it comes to going to work, talking to coworkers and stuff like that, man. It's hard. It's so hard because don't nobody understand where you coming from. They thinking that you politicking with them, and the only thing that you trying to do, well, me, is get them to understand in a more clearer sense. Like I try to explain it in better words than anything, anything. And when you awake, you kind of see stuff as clear as day. It's hard for you to miss stuff when you awake. Every time something transpires in front of you, it'll send you into uh, a repetitive thought, one thought that leads to the next, everything. So it's hard. It's hard to like be in the workforce. And then just me personally, with me being who I am, I always believed that I was a leader, regardless of my financial situations or my hardships in life. You can have all the hardships in the world and it don't make you a non-leader. I always look at that part such like that, as in you being led to your calling. You being led to your calling. You being led to serve your purpose in life. And you gotta listen to that stuff. That's the reason why I say a 9 to 5 is not for me. And I'm not trying to detour or discourage anybody who do work a 9 to 5, because by all means you got to pay your bills, and unfortunately don't some people don't know any other way than to go to work every single day, and they sacrifice their time, they sacrifice their days, they sacrifice everything, they sacrifice it all just so they can go and pay their bills. And to me, it's a trap and it's sad. That's criminal. That's criminal. I don't care how you look at it, what you say about it. That's criminal. When slavery ended, slavery was brought back in another form. It never ended. The look of slavery changed, but it still existed. You cannot. There's so many other ways to feed your family. So many other ways. The thing is, they're not going to tell you about it. You know why? Because they want you slaving for them. They're not going to put all of that stuff out there. And if that just goes to show you how blind that you are if you don't see it. I was once blind. I know. I used to sit back and think all the times, how can I make money without doing nothing illegal, but without going to work every day? You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have to go and answer to nobody, but at the same token, you know, like a barber, for instance, for you to make that money as a barber, you got to be in that shop cutting heads by the dozen every day. Every day. Now, you might like your job. You might love your job. It's art. It's almost like you drawing. But wouldn't you get tired of that? Just be honest. Would you get tired of that? I don't want to cut nobody's hair every day. I don't want to punch nobody's clock every day. Uber, that's a good, hustler, but where the money at? Where the real money at? You still basically making ends meet with that kind of money. Most people use that as a side hustle anyway. And especially if you're the type person like me, don't want to be in the music industry, don't want to do none of that. It's celebrities that got into the music game before that they had kids, and their kids grew up in their shadows and took the same route that their parents were taking, and it messed a lot of them up because they seen their parents do it and they know that that's not what they want to do. Select few feel like that. You got a good crowd that feels like that. I look, depression is real. With you touring every day, doing shows every day, in the studio all night, shooting music videos, your schedule is non-stop. And when it do stop, I'm pretty sure you'll be somewhere asleep, or you just be sleep deprived. But at the end of the day, you haven't got time to talk to yourself and let yourself and your body recoup spiritually. You didn't do that. So now you bitter, which causes a lot of things, just like when a lot of the celebrities go on rants because somebody said something about them on the social media, on a blog. They get irate, start going ham, talking about everybody, they can't please everybody, and they can't do this and they can't do that. They tired of people talking about them. First of all, everybody gets talked about. I don't care what you do. I don't care what your profession is. You gonna have agreeals and you gonna have some disagreeals. That just is what it is, and that's just how it is. And you can't make nobody say things about you that are nice, that is good, that is real. They just might hate the skin that you in just because they want the skin that you in. You feel me? Yeah, we got to wake up. We have got to wake up. But everybody got their time. I wouldn't want nobody to force to wake up. I wouldn't want nobody to force wake up, because it would spook you. It would spook you. You would feel like you gonna be bummed out. Just point blank period. You gonna be bummed out once you realize all the shit that go on. And your eyes will never be shut again. If they are shut, then basically you just in denial because you don't want to believe it. But it's real. It is real. And it's getting realer. Man, it's real. But yeah, man, I just wanted to let y'all know that 9 to 5, life spender. Like, you'll be 30, 40, 50 before you know it. And when it's time for you to retire, you ain't really got much to retire for. And your death day probably right around the corner. God forbid, but I'm just saying that's the way that they looking at it. They're looking at he ain't gonna enjoy this money. He getting ready to die soon. And what you gonna do with that once you leave? I'm sorry, but I want to live and I want to speak and I want to do things and I want to help and I want to be a part of something drastic. I want to be a part of that. We did have folks that died because of what they was trying to do all along. They died from that. And sometimes I feel like it's a slap in the face to the ones who put their lives on the line. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's a slap in their face. I feel like we supposed to keep it going. Enough is never enough. That's just period. Even if we got through this, we would still have to stand strong and united and be awoke and help our brothers and our sisters. Help them and you know, what they want us to fight and beef about. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's to keep you riled up in something that does not matter, to take your focus off what do matter, such as yourself, such as your energy, such as just everything that makes you you in a natural sense. They want to strip everything from you. They want to strip everything from me, from all of us. Do not let them win it, man. Do not let them win it. I feel like we can make something powerful. We can make something happen from this, and I want to start a movement. I want to start a movement, and it's going to be a real good movement. I got a dream. King dream. One, I'm a king's kid. So I'll always be a king just because he is a king. But I also have a dream. And my dream is real as just as anybody else's. Y'all got dreams. The difference is I'm going to chase mine, and I'm going to make sure that I make something happen of it. Blood, sweat, and tears. I'm ready to go behind it. And that's no lie. No lie. Bottom teach you things that the mountains can't teach you. And it's going to teach you a lot. And once you learn it, you hold the key to life. You hold the key to everything. You feel me? I just want everybody to, man, overcome your obstacles. Get some self-healing, some spiritual healing. Get yourself some meditation. Meditate. Stay consistent with it. Pray. Most of all, pray. But meditation and praying, I feel like they go hand in hand. We got to meditate. So keep that in mind. I'm going to keep uploading videos, and I'm going to keep showing my effort until it's heard. Until it's a movement. Until it's a dream come true. And I'm going to keep stepping, one foot in front of the other. And I'm going to stand tall. And I'm going to let it ring. There's no cap. King Dream, I'm out.